Hey, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh, who the word inwardly calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the word inwardly calls Jesus. I want to give it honor to the apostles, a great millstone, hearts taught me this truth. I want to give it peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and risk their life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord, when the video is edifying, Lord, willing, Akim get something from this video. Quick video, I was watching the Elder Mwatazak video. Great video, by the way, basically getting on dreadlocks, man, and those who have them. And I want to say as well, I used to have them, in the world. I used to have them shits, man. I had them for years, and when I first heard about the truth, one of the brothers in Detroit ended up reaching out to me. We had talked or whatever, and he reached out to me. He was, and he told me, that my hair wasn't lawful, and I took them shits out, man. Okay, once I realized realized it wasn't our customs, and it actually goes back to a heathen custom and a heathen belief and practice, I took them shits right the fuck out, man. You know what I mean? And I didn't cut my hair off. I ended up literally taking them motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? So it was a period of time where I was looking crazy because, you can't take them bitches out overnight, man. You got to I think it took, a week and a half for me to take them out. So imagine I'm walking around with half fro. I should have just cut it off, but I walk around with half fro at the time. Mind you, I haven't crossed the line. I haven't did any of that. Like, I don't think I crossed the lines until probably a year and some time after that, or maybe almost like at least a year and a half, if I'm not mistaken, after that. But I know when I found out, I ended up, taking them shits out. And just to, just laying back off what the brother said, I can attest, man, when I took them shits out, man, it was gunk, it was dirty, the sink was brown and brown as hell, man, and a lot of dirt, a lot of, because I played football, so you just imagine, like, coming out of football, you got dirt and shit. Yeah, if you have dreads, you wash them and all that, but you can't really wash dreads because there's so much shit that's locked in to your hair, which is actually helping your hair to lock. That's dirt. It's just filth. It's gunk. It's all kind of just years of just buildup. You know what I'm saying? And it's nasty. It's a nasty thing, man. It's actually, and I can see why, it's heathenistic. You know what I'm saying? It just made all the sense in the world. Like, what that shit is? You can't, you unclean. You're not clean, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't, if you have dreads, you're not clean, bro. And this is coming from a man that had them. You know what I'm saying? In my younger years, I was about, 18 when I took them out. I think I was either 15 or 16 when I got them. I probably had them for like 2 or 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. So, but I ended up taking the motherfuckers out, and they're dirty. They're super dirty. So anybody tell you that, that dreads is clean and dreads is, man, they're dirty, man. You know what I'm saying? And anybody with the motherfuckers, I'm telling you, you walking around with gunk and all kind of dirt and years of filth in your head, man. You know what I'm saying? And whether you think that's some spiritual shit or not, it's not. Well, and like the elder said, yeah, it is. But on the left-hand side, you're tapping into some bullshit. You tapping into Satan, man. You know what I'm saying? And you inviting all kind of demons, You inviting all kind of demons, man. You dirty. You can't go to the temple. Dirty, man. Niggas out on the highways and byways teaching and preaching the truth with years of gunk and dirt and dandruff and sweat in their hair, man. You know what I'm saying? And the brother did a beautiful breakdown on, and I should like it, the elder did a beautiful breakdown on how Samson had, it says locks, but you got to go into the scriptures, and when you get that word, it talks about actually him having braids, cornrows, as you would say. You know, and I got braids now, and I tell you, it's night and day. You know, you could unlock braids, right? Unweave them, right? And your hair go back into an afro, and you wash your hair, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when you wash, you don't have to, you wash your hair, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to continue to repeatedly wash it and wash it and wash it and still finding shit in your head, because that's what dreads do. When I took mine out, it was like still just, you know, still just years of just bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And eventually I'm cutting my hair. You know what I'm saying? When I had to get it, you know, went to go get a job, and that job required me to cut my hair, so I cut that shit. You know what I'm saying? I cut it smooth off, man. You know, and that was that. But yeah, just to land back over the brother said, yeah, man, you know, it's dirty, it's filthy, and you know, you got Jake walking around here, you know, worshiping idols and don't even know it. And you're doing it without even knowing it, because you're ignorant. You know, you don't want to look it up. You don't want to look at where it come from. Really, that shit go back to that shit. Just, you know, the reason why Jake do that is because you looking at your favorite rapper might have him, this thing of popularity, like, so Jake fucking with it. You know, Jake is in like the latest trends and all that. Jake don't feel confident if, you know, he not or she not rocking the latest. What's latest? Whether it's fashion, whether it's hair, whether it's smells, whether it's music, cars, whatever, man. You know? And, you know, that should go back to Shiva, man. You know what I'm saying? A Hindu practice. Right? And anytime you got something matted, which when you Google it, you know, it'll tell you matted hair. Anytime you got something matted, man, you know what it take to mat some shit. How much dirt and filth it take, you know? Come on, man. That shit is not our custom. But Jake don't want to get into that. You know, you got a lot of Jakes around here practicing other gods, you know what I'm saying, and worshiping, practicing other religions and worshiping other gods without even knowing it. Some Jake do know it, though. And you got women that have dreads that when you go to their house, they got carpets and rugs, and this bitch pray to Buddha, she pray to this, she pray to this god, that god, she Hindu, she this, she that. You know, Jake just bugged the fuck out, man. Bitch is a warlock, bitch is a witch. You know what I'm saying? You know, but when the Lord returns, the Lord is coming to set everything in order. You know? And the heathen, the same law we practice now, the heathen is going to have to keep. And we're going to be made perfect, so it's going to be written in us, with us being immortal. Okay? But you heathen, man, y'all going to have to, you know, y'all going to have to keep our law. When you go to Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, which I just grabbed real quick. It's Isaiah 2, and 2 it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Now, mountains and hills represents different bodies of government. Mountains obviously are bigger than hills. So that high mountain, which is that government, is going to be established, and all the rest of the small, the hills, right, which are the heathen, are going to have to come and, you know, follow us, man, and pay tribute to us and live how we live. We're going to, the elect, Lord, I'm one of those men is going to police the universe using the Lord's law. And it's going to be written in us, so therefore we won't be able to go. We go off now, which makes us mortal. But when we're made immortal, we're not going to be able to die. We're not going to be able to sin. We're not going to be able to go off. It's going to be written in our inward parts. We're going to be made perfect, but you nations won't be made perfect. Your nations will just be the nations, and that's it. Because the Lord likens you unto spittle. Okay? Which I'll grab that as well. This is 3. It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh. It's like, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord Yahweh from Jerusalem. See? So they're going to learn of our ways. They're going to keep the law, or it's going to be consequences if they don't. Okay? 4 says, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And this proves that the true biblical Israelites are not in the land, because there's war over there every day. You know what I'm saying? They, them small hats throwing hot rocks at them Palestinians, man. You know what I'm saying? See, when we in the land, ain't gonna be none of that. When we back in power and back in rule, ain't gonna be none of that bullshit, none of that foolishness. None of that bullshit y'all doing, man. But that further proves that, hey, you guys are not the people, man. Okay? Let me go to 2nd Esdras. I think it's 6 and 56, I think. Give me 2 seconds. Yep. I'll start up real quick. This is 2nd Esdras 6. I'll start at 54. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of whom come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen, which are the Israelites, which who the law was given to, the Israelites, it wasn't given unto the heathen. Okay? 55, it says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. See? It says, as for the other people, you got to, when you go to the blessings, right? When you go to Deuteronomy, us being Israelites, the other nations was like, they were like, having them in service is a byproduct of being an Israelite. They were made to serve. That's it. That's why you ever take clothes to the cleaner, right? I used to wear like a lot of slacks and shit like that. So when I would take, the clothes to the cleaners and shit, nobody pressed them clothes like Moab, man. When you go get your, go to the spa, whatever, you know what I'm saying, go get your nails clipped and cleaned and all that, them, you know what I'm saying, them goose massage your feet and all that shit, man, they do a hell of a job. Because that's what they do. They're made to serve. That's what the fuck they do, and that's what they're going to go back to doing. Why you think the world is in shambles? Because you have heathen ruling over it, the top heathen being Esau, but all the other nations are in cahoots with them. Okay? They do business together. They're confederate against Israel, man. You can read that in Psalms. It's like Psalms 83 or Psalms 84, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? But it's coming to, a point in a time where everything's going to be set in the right order. And the true biblical Israelites are going to rule the earth. When you go to Baruch, the 5th chapter, the Lord talks about, the scriptures talk about the Lord beautifying Israel, setting a diadem on our heads. And a diadem is like a form of a crown, man. Okay? This is 2nd Esdras 6 and 56. It says, as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle. See, they be like unto spit. And has likened the abundance of them unto the drop that falleth from a vessel. So they're nothing. You ain't worrying about a drop that falleth out of a vessel, man. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing has begun to be lords over us and devour us. And the reason why is Deuteronomy 28. When you get it was at 16 on down, you get into the curses. That was said to have happened. The Lord is not a man that he should lie. So what happened? We went off. And now we're under the nations. Now the scripture say what? We should go to the nations for the one of all things. They don't come to us. They don't go to our banks. They don't go to our grocery stores. They don't go to our malls. They don't go to our restaurants. They don't go to none of that shit. Because we don't have half of what I just named. We go to their banks, get loans, pay interest. You know what I'm saying? Go get a car loan. You got, 6, 7, 8% APR, man. You know what I mean? They're able to manipulate the race. The race is higher down. You go to a car dealership, man. Usually the finance manager, when you go to the back, because you got the front and you got the back of the sale. The back of the sale is finance. That's where you go sign the contract, where you go buy the warranty and all that shit. Usually back when I was in the business, what they used to do was hold 2 points. So if you got approved for 3%, they're going to say you got approved for 5. But if you buy this warranty, we could get you 4. So they hold 1%, but they sold you a warranty. Oh, why? Why if I buy this warranty, I could get 4%? Oh, because the bank likes to see that you are protecting the car. And if something happens to the car, the bank isn't worried about you running and spending your payment to fix the car. because you got the warranty. You know what I'm saying? So it just, they able to spend, you know, they able to spend so much shit. You know what I'm saying? It's so much foolery. See, when we're ruling, it's going to be, things are going to be done justly. Things are going to be done fair. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have true judges ruling, true judges that know the right-hand side and under the left-hand side, which make you a true God. Right now, we're experiencing the left-hand side. We're experiencing a wicked world, what it is to be sinful. You know what I'm saying? In the kingdom, we're going to be made perfect, man. Okay? Let me go to, back to Wisdom of Solomon 15, and then I'll close it out. This is Wisdom of Solomon 15, and 4, 2. Well, I'll go to 3. I saw that 3. It says, for to know thee is perfect righteousness. Yeah, to know thy power is the root of immortality. Okay? To know the Lord is perfect righteousness. To be righteous. Right? To get into the scriptures, get into this truth. You know what I'm saying? Abide by the truth. So you got people that believe in God. You got people that obey God. A lot of people say they believe in God, but they do what the fuck they want to do. A lot of niggas with dreads, a lot of women with dreads say, oh, I believe in God. But you're not obeying him. And scripture say, evil man maketh excuse to do evil. So you're going to give every excuse on why you're going off, or why you eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, why you committing adultery, why you smoking weed, why you doing other drugs. You know what I'm saying? You're going to give every fucking excuse. Why you getting lineups? You know? Why you marring your beard, shaving it off to where you're bald face? You know what I'm saying? Why you getting tattoos? You know? Jake gonna make it a Jake got an excuse for every motherfucking thing, bro. For sure. But they don't find an excuse to do right, though. You know? Instead of going, you know, and committing adultery with that broad and making an excuse, find an excuse not to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what the greatest excuse is? The Lord will kill your mother. The Lord will kill you, boy. Same to you women. The Lord will destroy you, man. Kill you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's pinnacle above all, and it's the wrong thing to do. Don't be doing no bullshit like that. Don't be doing no bullshit like that, man. Okay? That shit is not, hey, look, man, this video is not about adultery, but that's not a light thing. That shit'll get you, hey, that's not a light thing, man. Y'all has to be out the camp, man. This was from Solomon 15 and 4. It says, for neither did the mischievous invention of men deceive us, nor an image spotted with diverse colors, the painter's fruitless labor. Right? It's a lot of images, a lot of statues, a lot of things that, you know, people see and view when they worship. You know what I'm saying? I think in Brazil they got a big ass image of Caesar Borgia, man. I went to Colombia, and they got a smaller one over there. When you driving through the city, you know what I'm saying? You'll see it when you're on the highway getting to, you know, the major city. You'll see it. You'll see it, you know, because they live a little different. They live like on hills and shit, like slums for real. But right in the midst of all that shit is they Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Which is bullshit. See how a lie could affect the world and affect generations of people. Come on, man. We need the Lord, man. Set everything back in order. Wisdom of Solomon 15 and 5, it says, the sight whereof enticeth the fools to lust after it, and so they desire the form of a dead image that hath no breath. Yeah. This image don't got no mother. It don't, if it fall, it can't pick itself up. It gets shit on by birds and all, you know what I'm saying? Can't wipe itself off, can't do nothing. It's not alive. It's made with men's hands. And think about how prideful a person got to be to take their two hands and make a god and worship it. How prideful do they, and they made it. How prideful do they, man, that's some prideful shit when you really unpack it. You know? 6, it says, both they that make them, they that desire them, and they that worship them, the lovers of evil things, are lovers of evil things, Salak, and are worthy to have such things to trust upon. We 7, it says, for the potter tempering soft earth fashioneth every vessel with much labor for our service. Yeah, of the same clay he maketh both the vessels that serve for clean uses, and likewise also all such as to serve to the contrary. But what is the use of either sort? The potter himself is the judge, which is a man. Okay? For a human to think that they can make something and call it immortal. You're not even immortal. Fuck it. Like, these people they bugged out, man. 8, it says, in employing his labors lewdly, he maketh a vain god of the same clay, even he which a little before was made of earth himself. You was made of earth yourself, but you making a god. Man, stop it, man. Knock it off. Knock it the fuck off, man. It says, and within a little while after returneth to the same. See? And when his life which was lent him shall be demanded, notwithstanding his care is not that he shall have much labor, nor that his life is short, but striveth to excel goldsmiths and silversmiths, and devoureth to do alike the workers in brass, and counteth it his glory to make counterfeit things. Fake shit. So yeah, okay, great. You can make a cup, you can make plates, you can make certain silverware, you can make certain different things, even jewelry. Like, you can make certain, but you'll take the same material and make something you worship. That's and you niggas fall right under it, fall right into it, whether knowingly or unknowingly. You know what I'm saying? His heart is ashes, his hope is more vile than earth, and his life is less valued than clay. See? Goodness gracious. So those who made those images, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, not to ramble, but I had went into a little donut shop, man. You know what I'm saying? And we paying for the donuts, man. I look in the corner, you got fat ass Buddha sitting under the thing with hella donuts around them and money and jewelry and all kind. Like, these motherfuckers really worship these dumb idols, man. You know what I'm saying? And they're heathen. They don't have the law. But you Israelites, man, you so-called black men, so-called Latino men, so-called Native American men, you are, man, y'all do, especially the Northern Kingdom, man. You go, man, and where I'm from and where I live is a lot of Northern Kingdom. There's majority, Issachar, majority. You know what I'm saying? Majority of Issachar, man. And 9 out of 10 Issacharites have Caesar Borgia in their house, Mary, the saints, the this, the that. You know, they Catholic. Oh, come on, man. So you see this shit. They bugged out. You know what I'm saying? They bugged out, man. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? It's, Judah is too. Ain't no fucking different, man. Niggas wearing crosses on their, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you blacker than the stove, but got a blonde-haired, blue-eyed man on your wall that you pray to. Hey, you niggas, but y'all don't do no research, y'all don't do no history, y'all don't do no nothing. But everybody else God look like them. Like, bro. But when you go into the scriptures, it tell you what the Lord looked like, man. It tell you what the Most High looked like. You go to Revelation 4:3, it tell you what the Most High looked like, man. It's evident that we are the people, man. It's evident. Jasper and sardines, so them 2 brown stones, man. Right? Samson have a locks. If I'm not mistaken, I think Solomon did as well, if I'm not mistaken. Brothers, please correct me if I'm wrong. You know, who walk around here with braids, man? Which in the scriptures they call them locks. You know what I'm saying? But we know they're braids. They're not dreadlocks. You know what I'm saying? We do that. We got braids, man. That's our custom. I'm saying, we see no fucking Edomites walk around this bitch with braids and all that. Man, you don't do that unless he a Jake. You know what I'm saying? But you see Jake doing that, man. And our customs are all throughout the scriptures, man. And we keep some of them unknowingly, like, you know. But Jake don't want to tap into his true heritage, man. Because it's easier to be wicked in a world full of wicked than to go against the grain and be righteous. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? That easy life and that wickedness is going to lead to your fucking demise, man. It's going to lead to you not being saved. You're not taking heed to the prophets. You're not studying, not reading, you're not watching videos. You heard the truth, but you like, it's going to be there. That right there, that's not the spirit you want to have, man. Okay? Procrastination. Scripture say putting out all day to day. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so with that, man, Lord, us edifying only. I got something for this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. I want to tell you, brothers, keep pushing on to the next. Shalom.